Alright, have we finally got this going? This recording software is really being a nuisance tonight. And it's cutting out my voice and making my movements look like a robot or something. Like when slower dial bus, but oh my god, it's just hoping to get a lot of videos uploaded tonight, so hopefully it'll eventually cooperate, but So, as I was saying in the last video, I'm going to be starting to review. I'm going to make this as quick as possible so I can maybe get done in 2 videos. My amateurs, this is my first list, view of the 200 best, in quotations, American-made movies of all time. So, here we go. And this is commented, by the way, on a WatchMojo 10 best movies of all time joke list. So I had to add some seriousness to the comments. And as you can see, no likes, only 2 responses after a week. What are you going to expect, It's mostly kids who watch these. And even some adults, are so brainwashed and think they have to go along with what everyone else thinks is cool or action-filled. So, hard to make it, but anyway, so here we go. So, this is, again, a list of the quote-unquote American-made best movies of all time. So you can see I've got Citizen Kane, number 1. No surprise there. Number 2, The Godfather from 1972. Citizen Kane from 1941. Godfather 1972. You may be thinking, well, this very closely resembles the AFI's top 10 list so far. And it is pretty much with the first 2. Didn't really deviate much there. But I did number 3. So my third best movie of all time, in my opinion, is Vertigo from 1958. Again, directed by Hitchcock. And on their 2007 list, the AFI has that movie ranked, I think it's 9th. So it's a top 10 staple for sure, but I've went a little further here and placed it in the 3rd best American-made movie of all time. And the Sights and Sounds British poll placed it all the way up at 1, which I think was a bit of a reach. But so yeah, there you go. So that's my highest-ranking Hitchcock film and James Stewart film. Number 4, Casablanca from 1942, starring Bogey, and it's another top 10 staple for sure. And, arguably Bogey's greatest film. It's number 3 on AFI's list, but I placed it number 4 here. Number 5, Raging Bull from 1980. I do not know why so many people overlook this movie, especially compared to like Rocky and stuff, because it's, in my opinion, a much better movie than Rocky is, even though Rocky is a lot more well-known. Go out on the streets and ask them if they've heard the movie Raging Bull. Probably 7 times out of 10, they'll tell you no. Or 10 times out of 10 if you're talking about kids. But, so this movie, I think it was shot in black and white. Martin Scorsese film. It's number 4 on AFI's list. I placed it number 5 here because I had to fit Vertigo in pretty high. But it's in terms of movies that are made made 1980 and later, it's definitely the highest on that list. Again, it's number 5 on my list. So number 6, Gone with the Wind. Clark Gable, Olivia de Havilland, Vivian Leigh all starred in that. Considered by many to be the greatest film until Citizen Kane, and also the highest grossing film of all time. So, adjusted for inflation. So, So Gone with the Wind is number 6 on my list. Number 7 is Lawrence of Arabia. Now again, it's not really, you could say, American made, but AFI included it in their top 10 list. So I figured if they're going to include it, why not me? It has some American actors. It has kind of that American feel. But you know, so it's a top 10 staple for sure. I put it 7th on my list. Number 8, Singing in the Rain from 1952 with Gene Kelly, Debbie Reynolds, and the like. Directed by Stanley Donen. I've said a lot about the Donen, or a little bit about the Donen and Kelly rivalry. But, so it's number 5 on the 2007 AFI list. I placed it 8th here, and you want to know why. Honestly, it's because I forgot about the movie until 8th place. And with the slate of movies in front of it, I didn't feel like trying to rework it in there and take another 15 to 30 minutes to try and do that. So I said it's 8th, but it's really should be higher than that. Anyway, number 9, Charlie Chaplin's City Lights from 1931, arguably the greatest silent film of all time. On AFI's list from 2007, they have it listed at 11th, but I went ahead and included it in the top 10, which I think they might have done too if they had bothered to release the list this year, the third list. So number 10, we've got Schindler's List, like I said, a top 10 stable. Steven Spielberg's best film, silent except for the little girl's red coat, which I'm sure y'all that have seen the movie, it's pretty iconic. So yeah, very epic film, and it definitely deserves placement in the top 10, even though I placed it at number 10 here. Number 11, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick film, greatest science fiction film of all time. Yeah, so I mean, it's number 11 on my list. Actually, on the 2007 list from WatchMojo, they have it placed 15th, so I really did it a favor and placed it almost in the top 10. I was actually going to place it in the top 10, but I thought of the slate of movies that should be ahead of it, or already in the AFI's top 10 list, and I thought, well, no. I'm kind of surprised in the comment section for this WatchMojo video. A lot of people actually have mentioned 2001: A Space Odyssey. Kind of surprising, because it doesn't really, in my opinion, is that far apart from other movies. Except, you know, Stanley Kubrick admirers, they probably realize this is his greatest film. So, number 12, Wizard of Oz from 1939. Again, it's in the top 10 list, or maybe number 10, I think, yeah. Dropped from 6th to 10th between 98 and 2007. But it's in the top 10 AFI list. I placed it a little bit outside of the top 10 here, Wizard of Oz, just because of all the great movies in front of it. You know, it's just kind of a tough order to try to place in the top 10 with the movies that are in front of it. Number 13 is Psycho from 1960. It's number 14 on the 2007 AFI list, but I placed it a spot higher here. Clearly Alfred Hitchcock's second best film. It's an epic for sure, with Anthony Perkins, and the like. It's just Bates Motel. It's a great film. Number 14, Star Wars. It was just called Star Wars to begin with before they felt like they had to change it to Star Wars Episode IV, or 4, A New Hope. 1977. George Lucas film. It's amazing when you think of George Lucas. So he made these epic films, and then he made, what's it called? The Duck movie. Anyway, it's just amazing when you think about it. The allotment time for my video recording software is about to be up. So I'll just say Star Wars Episode V New Hope from 1977 is number 14. And it's number 17 on AFI's list, I think, so.